It's time now for today's press review, and I'm joined in the studio by Antonia Kerrigan. Antonia, you're starting with some of the latest from the Winter Olympics. This Ukrainian skeleton slider who wished to compete in his so-called helmet of memory has been told he cannot race, something that I imagine upset quite a few people. What have the reactions been?
Well, the European press seems to be resoundingly supportive of this skeleton racer. On the front page of The Guardian, you have the words, "a terrible mistake." That's quoting the skeleton racer who is holding his helmet, which is decorated with the faces of Ukrainian athletes killed in Russia's war in Ukraine. On the inside pages, you have the quotation again that the IOC are fueling Russian propaganda, doing Russia's job for them. Le Parisien has this feature on the story, Ukraine proud and united behind their standard bearer. This episode, according to this article, has created a period of brief but perhaps intense national unity during what is an extremely trying time for Ukraine. President Zelensky indeed is going to use that positive sentiment and award this athlete the Order of Freedom. It's not the medal he hoped to win this week, but another, as we see in the Kiev Independent. Zelensky is quoted saying sport shouldn't mean amnesia and the Olympic movement should help stop wars, not play into the hands of aggressors.
So as you said, not the medal he was hoping to win, but looks like he's a winner in other ways. Moving on, Antonia, papers are continuing to find ways in which artificial intelligence might change our lives. Always a scary topic. What have you been finding for us?
Well, this one is something you won't have thought of. Perhaps it's not really our wheelhouse as journalists, but have you ever thought, the viewer, of using AI to count sheep? Well, farmers in Australia have. They're putting an end to what have been decades of rows over miscounts that have stoked distrust across the outback. This farmer, Derek Morse, estimates he has counted around 37 million sheep in his lifetime. But of course, miscounts are create disputes and are extremely costly. So this is the AI technology that is simplifying the task in certain abattoirs, counting the sheep in before they go, I'm afraid, to the slaughter. La Croix has also got this slightly amusing and unexpected angle. Can AI help priests? Could men of the cloth become robots of the cloth? Well, not yet. And the answer is many priests admit to using AI chatbots as assistants in different aspects of their working lives. But when asked to write a sermon, the consensus is that it comes out bland and derivative. So the conclusion is it's useful for administrative and intellectual tasks, but it's not yet ready for us to delegate the spiritual to those AI chatbots. Now, amusing as this is, of course, AI may, as we know, have a dark side. L'Humanité has this cartoon about these well-publicised recently, these companionship necklaces. Now, the wearer says in the cartoon, "No one likes me," to which the necklace responds, "Neither do I." Could companionship AI reinforce some of our worst insecurities? Well, we'll have to hope not. Libération also has this two-page spread on the environmental angle. Of course, what it takes to keep up with all of this data storage is these vast data center storage facilities. This one in the Nevada desert, which is one of the most rapidly growing data center hubs in the US. There's a big tech gold rush there due to huge tax incentives and cheap electricity. Locals, including indigenous communities, are concerned about what this could mean for water consumption. One of the local lakes has already been run dry due to over-irrigation, and they don't want to see history repeat itself. There are, of course, questions as well about the economic benefit it brings if they aren't major tax contributors, these data centres. Then there'll need to be major jobs contributors. Of course, there are many more jobs residents fear in the construction of these facilities than there will be long-term in their ongoing running.
Yeah, always important to remember all the energy behind what you see on the screen. Right. Finally, from Antonia, tomorrow, February 14th, of course, is Valentine's Day. And Antonia, you found some news from the world of romance for us.
Yes, that's right. Well, the Times have this scoop. I'm afraid it's not the scoop you wanted, but it's the information we maybe all needed. 16th of February, Monday, is the #1 performing day in the year for apology cards, according to online greetings company Moonpig. So as we go into Valentine's Day, wonder, I suppose, what we might end up apologising for or being apologised to for 2 days later. Also, Google searches of how to break up peak in the weeks before Valentine's Day. Fortunately, the 9th of February, peak day, is now behind us. Now, also in the world of romance, in Spain in 2024, only 18% of weddings took place in churches. That's why Spanish bishops are pushing matrimonioesmas.org, an online video game of premarital guidance with exercises on fidelity, the beauty of sexuality, and also conflict resolution. So I suppose if you don't know what to do for Valentine's Day, there's that. Romantic dinners and flowers are also available, of course.
Thank you, Antonia. Taking all Valentine's suggestions, you have 24 hours to decide what to do if you want to celebrate, of course. Antonia, thank you so much. That was Antonia Kerrigan with today's press review. Time for us to take a break, but stay with us if you can. More news coming up on France 24 in just a few minutes.